The theme tune is sexy.
Yes, it's much like the heartbeat of the Master, and it's the full beats or whatever, and it's a real sound. Like it really gets you pumped up for a new episode.
Hello and welcome to the oncoming brainstorm. I'm Lewis.
And I'm Sam.
And today we are here to talk about the legendary Big Finish audio, The Skyman, written by James Goss.
Yes.
So this is the third part of the War Master box set, and holy shit.
Yeah, I was very excited to talk about this one when it came to this box set, because this is one of the best Big Finish stories that they've ever done.
It's one of my favourites for sure.
And it is incredibly harrowing.
It's very dark, although it's slightly misleading when you first listen to it, because there's kind of an upbeat comedic tone going on. You're like, this could be a nice jolly adventure.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, when you get about halfway through the story.
Like, it takes its time, and yet it's a very fast-paced story, because you got, like, when Cole arrives on the planet, and he just stands up on a stand, he's like, "People, I'm here to save you." And it's like, how are you going to do that? It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, because the Master challenges him to go, look, if you want to save a random civilization, I'll take you anywhere, and you've got to go save them.
Yeah.
But it's up to you, I'm not going to help you.
That scene in the TARDIS is incredible.
Yes.
Like when Cole is just like, we've got to start helping people. And
You've got this power of time travel, why not help people? Like the Doctor.
And the Master's like, alright, well, here are 4 planets that are all about to die. Pick one.
The Master going to turn around and just explain the situation to him, but instead he goes, no, I'm going to drop you here and you play hero for a little bit and see how it goes for you.
But I do love that moment where Cole's just like, I can't pick one. Because the realisation that by picking one, you're deciding these other 3 are just doomed to die.
There's a lot of moral ambiguity there, and showing that being a hero isn't always such a fun task. It can be quite arduous. You have to make some tough decisions, like the Doctor.
And of course, there's a sinister air hanging over this whole story.
Yes.
Because the Master kind of wanted to kill Cole at the end of The Good Master, because Cole ruined his plans. And for some reason he didn't. Then he sends Cole off to this planet, and you're kind of wondering, what's this guy playing at? What Cole ends up doing is so terrible, and yet really understandable considering the circumstances.
It is a very interesting story because it is a Master-like story. So the Master's still there in the background, obviously making his wine, having a good time, while Cole is trying to save this whole planet from some sort of disease spreading through the cows and stuff and the cattle.
Yeah. I mean, there's a point where some munitions go off in the sky and it causes temporal decay across the planet, and all the crops die, and all the animals die, and all the water gets poisoned.
The fact that the planet is sort of an old worldy place where it's just like a farmland, a countryside, they have very limited technology, and they live quite peacefully despite this oncoming disease and famine. But before the story kicks off, this is just some nice innocent planet, and they almost disregard technology as this kind of weird voodoo magic.
Yeah. It begins so nice, like with Cole just casually trying to help these people and like trying to like repair their bridges or herd their sheep or doing all these innocent nice things, end up pissing people off, and these end up being kind of microcosms for what ends up happening later. Yeah, it's brilliant writing, and this kind of setting Goss ends up using again in Master of Callus, actually, funny enough. I mean, that planet is quite similar to the one we have here.
There is a lot of foreshadowing of what's going to happen, and like you said, there is that sinister air, and you start to really feel it once Cole gets into the darker decisions.
Yes.
And as he's trying to build technology for the village, you have this kind of love interest, this young farmer girl
called Elide.
It's kind of a nice banter and relationship between her and Cole.
No, I thought Elide was really nice, and I really bought their relationship as it went on. So as I say, there are all these little things that Cole tries to do to help these people, like fixing their bridge, like doing up the water pump and make it all nice again. And the people don't really appreciate it because they kind of like the way things are. And of course, then when their lives are threatened and they're going to starve to death, and he brings in the med tech and he tries to build these suits for them. But at that point, they have no choice but to accept what he's offering them. And particularly, there's one scene that is just quite disturbing, where Elite's father is gravely ill and confused and not with it. And Cole comes up there trying to help him and try and put him in this suit that's terribly uncomfortable and nasty and dark, and the guy is just losing his mind. And Cole's like, no, I'm trying to help you, I'm trying to help you. And this guy just starts crying. And it's like, holy shit.
These emotional moments start to hit you like a sledgehammer to the gut. Like it's...
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it doesn't stop there. Like, of course, he tries to improve the technology and he starts giving it to random people and he starts teaching them how to walk about. And then he realises that, hey, they're going to have to be sealed inside these suits so that, you know, they won't get hit with the temporal decay. And then you realise, oh, well, now he's going to have to make sure these suits are, you know, self-sustaining. And they're going to have to seek out and find other survivors. And, oh, God, he's made the Cybermen, hasn't he?
It's so dark, man.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because they sort of are like proto-Cybermen, and they didn't really click in my head until later on when, what was her name? Elide. Mm-hmm. She starts to sort of lose her emotions towards the end. And that's when it really hits you, because Cole can just see the dead non-humanity there.
Dude, the moment right before that, like where she's kind of broken down a bit and she's really sad, Cole wants to save her, and he locks her in the suit, and right before he does that, he kisses her. And then as she's sealed inside it, she realises that the reason he kissed her is because it's the last time he's ever going to be able to do that. And it's like the most like, wow.
And the sound design when she's talking, you know, you can really hear and feel what it's like to be inside that suit.
Yeah.
And the distance between her and Cole.
Man.
Yeah, so these isolation suits are a really fascinating way to go about the story. And in a way, you could argue there's no real villain in this story except Cole.
Yeah.
Cole is both the hero and the villain of this story.
And that's what's so tragic about it, is that Cole had the best intentions, you know, and it's thrown right back in his face.
Yeah, he just, kind of like you said, he's kind of like playing hero, but it bites him back in the arse big time.
Yeah. And like, you think that the Master's being friendly to them by like offering them supplies and stuff, but actually he's just trying to give Cole a little bit more resources and a little bit of a nudge here and there just to make sure that he'll fuck things up as royally as possible. And yeah, like the ending scene where he realises he's lost control of these things because he's programmed them to seek out and try and help others, but they're still very angry about what happened to their planet, about these munitions that have destroyed their planet, and yet they have nobody they can say for sure is responsible for this. So they're just going to go out into space and they're just going to kill whoever. It doesn't matter.
Retribution.
So of course Cole runs off upon realising that he's lost control of these proto-Cybermen, and as he's running through the forest, terrified, he comes across one particular person in a survival suit who's trying to kill him, and he's able to just about get through to them, and he realises it's Elide, who's just completely drained of emotion, and she wants to kill him.
The woman he loved.
Yeah, which is horrible. He's able to convince her to give him 10 seconds to run away before she'll chase after and kill him, and he runs off, and just at the last minute the Master shows up and whisks him away.
Cole is clearly broken down by this. It is in the TARDIS. You can tell he wanted to do good, and like the Master's like kind of smacking him on the hand, going, "Look what you've done! Trying to be good."
Yeah. He's like giving him a lesson about how good intentions can lead to bad results.
Yeah.
And I do love the whole grape analogy about how the Master's just been essentially growing these grapes and nurturing them gently and not aggressively. In the same way he's kind of been nurturing Cole. Because he's been wanting Cole to fuck things up. And now he's got the fruits of his labour, which is this wine, which is this paradox that Cole has created by sending this new army into the Time War to cause even more chaos, you know.
So overall, Skyman is a masterpiece. I don't think there's anything wrong with this story, honestly. There's nothing I can pick at.
It's a little dark, I will say. It's not for everybody because it's just so nasty, but you know, I liked it. So
I mean, this is a series where the Master is the main character, so
yeah,
and because it quite clearly that's what it's going for, like a very dark, emotionally destroying episode. It hits that nail on the head fantastically.
oh, I couldn't say that better.
So yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you very much.
Let us know your thoughts on the Skyman and the rest of the War Master box set. And join us next time for the finale, the Heavenly Paradigm.